Okay, so getting ready to fluid my rear tires, ballast my rear tires. Just what I've got so far. I had this 35-gallon sprayer already. I just stuck it on a pallet, and I'm going to gravity feed these tires. And so I've already done the calculations. We've got these particular size tires will hold 29 gallons, or 29 gallons of fluid will be 70% capacity, and that's what we want, which will put the fluid roughly right at the top of the rim, so we turn the wheel so the valve stem's at the 12 o'clock position, and that gives us fluid right at this level. You don't want fluid all the way to the top because you need space for air to compress. Fluid does not compress, so we got to leave enough space for compression. Also, you don't want your weight to be very high. You want to keep your weight as fairly low as you can, and this will give us a good center of gravity there. I've got a short 25-foot hose. It's just a regular garden hose. What I'm going to do with that is I picked up one of these at Tractor Supply. That will screw into the valve stem and then adapt the hose to that. The other end, of course, is connected to the tank. I will put 29 gallons of fluid in the tank and raise the tank so it's above the level of the tire fill, and let gravity do its work. Okay, I've jacked the back of the tractor up ever so slightly. You probably couldn't tell that it's off the ground, but it's just barely off the ground. I don't know if you can see that. No sense in going any higher. All right, I'll get this started. Oh, one thing I failed to mention is you have to remove the valve stem. So I also picked up a valve stem removal tool. I think I had one, but I wasn't sure exactly where it was at, but they're not very expensive. You'll just need to remove the valve stem core out of the tire. Let all the air pressure out first after you get the pressure off the tire, of course, because you don't want this tire coming off the bead, and that'll be a lot more unnecessary work. You just stick the tool in here and turn it until see the valve stem starting to come out. You just turn it until the valve stem comes out, and I'm going to put the tool back on there so I don't blow it across the yard. Okay, I just realized this. I thought these valve stems looked kind of funny, but it's a two-part valve stem, right? So this is the part that the Schrader valve goes in, lets you put the air pressure in and not let the pressure out. But apparently, with these two-part valve stems, you can take out the this section, and it creates a larger hole, so the fluid goes in faster. So that's a good thing. Okay, this was taking forever. I only put 9 gallons in here, and it's barely just getting down to the level, low, just barely getting low. So I've only probably got about 7.5 gallons in this tire. So I had to make a change to the modification. A couple of things to note. I should have thought of this before. I don't know why I did, but I need to put jack stands up under the each side. The jack's holding it up, but as soon as you start putting fluid in the tires, it starts leaning that way. So I put jack stands to help support either side so it didn't go one way or the other. Also, what's happening is, as the tire fills up with fluid, it's trying to push air out, and it can't do that if it's got water pressure on top of it. So I had a couple of these connectors already, so it didn't cost me anything. So I can turn the water off, and then I can disconnect and let the air out, and then reconnect, turn the water back on, and that gives me a way to relieve the escaping air. This adapter has a little pressure release valve on it to let the air out, but it doesn't let it out fast enough. So those are the mods I make. Hopefully this will go a lot faster now, and we'll catch you back later.